Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be doing this problem, and it is a sort of different problem, and it is a mixed concept problem. It is based on like three topics, which are quadratic, sequences, and a basic understanding of triangles. Okay, by basic understanding what I mean is whatever you have studied in 10th standard. Okay, that's it. So we'll be doing this question now. First of all, let us read the question. So we have been given that A, B and C are the lengths of three sides of a triangle ABC, and we have been given like two relations between A, B and C, and we have also been given that B is a positive integer. Okay, so here can you see that we have two equations and we have three unknowns and we need to find the value of B. So whenever I face such situations like where I'm not getting a definite answer, then the thought of inequality clicks. Okay, so what clicked to my mind were two inequalities. First one is that the difference of two sides of a triangle is always less than the third side, and let me write C over here because it is B that we need to find, right? And the second inequality that comes to our mind is that the sum of two sides is always greater than the third side of the triangle. Okay, so these are the two things that come to my mind. So I'm going to be using these two things in order to solve my question. Okay, so first of all, we have been given that 2b is equal to a plus c. Doesn't it indicate that a, b, c are in AP? So we know that a, b and c are in AP. So whenever we get three numbers in AP, you would have studied that we consider them as b, b minus r, b plus r. Why I'm taking this convention, not like placing c as b plus r and a as b minus r? This is because I have to consider r as positive because this will make manipulations easier. That is what I think. So let us plug these values, let us plug these values in this equation and then see what we get. So when you plug these values, after calculation you get something like this. 3b square plus 2r square is equal to 84. Okay, this is what you get. So now, as I told before, we need to think in terms of inequality, right? So let us plug these values in this inequality too and see what we get. So when we plug these values in this inequality, we get something like 2 mod r is less than b. Okay, since r is positive, then mod r can be written equal to r, right? Okay, so from here I get r is less than b by 2. So we are going to be using this inequality and this equation in order to find our answer. So can I say that 2r square, since r is a positive number, I can square both sides. Look, it is being convenient here, right, that I took r as a positive number. So from here I can tell that 2r square is less than b square by 2. So from here I can tell that, can you see that? From here I can tell that 3b square plus 2r square, which is equal to 84, is less than 3b square plus b square by 2, right? We can write it as this thing, right? It is pretty obvious, you'll be able to see. So from here we get 7b square by 2 is greater than 84. And if we solve this inequality, we get something like b square is greater than 24. Okay, so this is our first inequality. Now what I need to find is, we need to find this, like something like this. We need to find the upper limit of b square. Okay, so to do that, I use the fact that r square is a positive number. R square would always be a positive number, right? So from here I can say that, and since we know that a is not equal to b is not equal to c, since here it is given that a is greater than b greater than c, then I can say that r square has to be positive, it cannot be 0. Okay, so from here I can say that 3b square is equal to 84 minus 2r square, and from here I can say that my 3b square, the number 3b square would be less than 84. Okay, so from here we get that b square is less than 26. Since we know that b is an integer, so from these two inequalities we can infer that b square has to be equal to 25. Since b square is an integer, its square has to be perfect square, right? Since it is side of a triangle, we can say that the value of my b would be equal to 5. That is a positive quantity. So my answer to this problem comes out to be 5. That's it.